We
You
will
aren't the
call the
only one.
special meeting.
I was told before it happened.
We will call a special meeting of the Budget Committee for January 28th to order. I need to request participation under SB 2449 due to my surgery on my leg. Unable to get there. No one in the room is over 18 unless my husband happens to walk in, but he's downstairs, so I don't believe that's the case. And I believe that's all my request is for participation. So if everybody's all right with that, I will continue.
Yeah.
Okay, great. We will call the meeting to order. Councilmember Law and myself are present. And maybe for Belle's sake, we can quickly go around the room and just introduce ourselves.
Jessica Yu, Administrative Specialist.
Eric Chung, Finance Manager.
Ann James, Public Works Director.
Rossian Ross, Admin Analyst.
Brian McLean, Transportation Manager.
Ethan, we're just going around the
Ethan?
room.
Yeah, just self-introductions.
Yes, thank you. Apologies for being late.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Is there, next item is public comment. Is there anyone around for public comment? Anyone online?
Nope.
No? All right, great. We'll move to item 1, which is approve the minutes for the special budget committee meeting of November 19th, 2024. I have read the minutes and I will move that item. I guess, Belle, are you abstaining from that?
Yes.
Item 1, this special meeting
Yes,
minutes.
we can move forward with that.
Okay, so you need to second?
Second, please.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye. I guess I will do a roll call vote. So I'll vote aye. Belle?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. We'll go on to item number 2, approve the appropriation of street resurfacing funds to fund the resurfacing of Contra Costa Boulevard, Harriet Drive to Viking Drive, and Willow Pass Road, Contra Costa Boulevard to Santa Monica Drive as part of the Contra Costa Boulevard Improvement Project number 223, and authorize the Public Works Director to execute a construction change order with Redgwick Construction Company. Anne, are you leading this off?
Yes, please.
The presentation.
Yes, we have a few slides. Okay, so the Contra Costa Boulevard Improvement Project from Viking Drive to Harriet Drive was an approved project in the current fiscal year budget, CIP budget, fiscal year 24-29. It constructs complete streets improvements along the project limits. This project's been on the books for many, many years. In 2017, CCTA approved and programmed $4.79 million for the construction of this project. Just a little background, when COVID hit, the funds were put on hold. We could not move forward with the project. They weren't re-released until 2022. So that's why there's a bigger gap than normal for moving this project forward. The final project design is complete streets improvements. It's approximately a quarter mile of roadway between Harriet and Viking on CCB, and then the portion of the roadway that's actually in Concord from the crosswalk down Willow Pass or Sun Valley, take your pleasure, whatever you call it there, down to Santa Monica. It's going to construct, there's safety and access for all users, pedestrians, transit riders, motorists, bicyclists, updating the street aesthetics, new landscaping, but it's the grant money was mostly bike and ped upgrades. It was why we got the grants. In April 2023, we went out with this bid. The bids came in, the low bid came in almost 25% over the approved project funds. And staff at that time, after analysis, recommended to council that we reject all bids and rebid the project, making some changes to the bid scope. And council approved that, gave the direction for us to rebid the project. One of the key changes that we made at the time this project was bid, the asphalt pavement condition was a 70 or higher in all locations along the project roadway. And so one of the biggest costs in that project was the resurfacing of the roadway. And the decision was made at the time that the asphalt was good enough to sustain the new striping, and the asphalt was deleted from the project. We did in fact go ahead and rebid the project, and then we awarded the project to Ridgewood Construction without the paving in it. Over the project life, we started almost a year ago. You can see, this is an actual picture up here of Contra Costa Boulevard looking southbound. You're just north of Seas Candy, I think, right, Brian? Can you go to the next slide, Jessica?
Yes.
So we've been watching the pavement deteriorate over time. These are actual photos of the roadway condition right now. At the same time, simultaneously, we are undergoing our pavement inspections with MTC and the outside consultant. Staff asked our consultant to jump to this spot first and give us the analysis of what the new pavement condition index is right now. And the average pavement condition now is dropped from a 70 with the first bid. Now, excuse me, it's about an average of a 57, which is fair. We know through history and from data that once the PCI drops below a 65, the decline of the roadway is exponentially increases, making it more and more expensive to repair and upgrade. On top of that, we're going to be putting more than $250,000 of pipe, bike and ped upgrades on this roadway. And it doesn't make fiscal sense to put the bike and ped improvements down before we resurface the road. So the item before you today is asking for an appropriation of, I'm gonna look at the exact number, $1.233 million from the street resurfacing fund. And we have the funds in street resurfacing fiscal year 24-25 into the Contra Costa Boulevard project to fund the resurfacing of this project. So the 1.233 is the entire cost, including the work in Concord. We've in conversation right now with the city engineer in Concord. They are going to reimburse us for the work we're doing in Concord. We just don't have that final agreement yet, but that's estimated to be about $125,000. And that includes traffic control and the asphalt. They're already paying for their striping. So we're not asking them to reimburse us for that. So we're gonna finalize with your approval and council's approval, the agreement with Concord, get that 125 back and put it back into the street resurfacing fund. So staff is requesting the budget committee review the proposal and recommend the city council authorize the appropriation of the 1.23865 from fiscal year 24-25 street resurfacing funds to the Contra Costa Boulevard Improvement Project number 02-23 and authorize the Public Works Director to issue a change order with Ridgewood Construction.
Diane, Jessica, can you pull the screen down? Otherwise I can't see
Oh.
everybody.
No, that's not sure.
There's that one.
Thank you. So Anne, is any of the deterioration as a result of all the work and heavy machinery at the intersection?
I don't think so. The last time we did a resurfacing project on this section of roadway was 2017. And we just did I hate to call it a Band-Aid, and we did not do the intersection. We did from Harriet, and then we hopped over the intersection on CCB, and then we did the other side. I think what we're seeing here is 10,000 cars a day, trucks, and just the heavy loads on a street that probably needed the upgrade in 2017, and we just didn't have the funds for it.
Okay. Belle, do you have any questions?
Yes, and so for the change order, do we have itemized what that cost is? Have we itemized what the cost is for the change order?
Yes, and you will see that at council. We have not approved, we haven't finalized it and approved it yet because council hasn't approved it, but we do have a breakdown of all the costs. Traffic control, mobilization, 2-inch mill, 2-inch fill, all of those extra costs, because that was all work that was not included in the project scope. So when it comes back to council, you will see the full change order with the backup as an attachment.
And as a follow-up question, then, in regards to the first bid where it was 25% over, was that part of some of the line items that may have showed up due to the change order thereafter?
So when the project was built the first time, the asphalt was bid in a different way, and they were doing a different treatment on every section of the roadway. And so, for example, they were gonna do a microsurfacing from point A to point B and a 3-inch mill and fill from C to D, and then base failures with crack sealing. And it's very expensive to pave that way. You're asking the contractor to bring a bunch of different subcontractors. So at that time, I think the actual cost for the paving of that whole section was over $2 million in the initial bid. Redgwick doing it this way, we're gonna do a straight 2-inch mill and fill. We're not changing treatments. They're just gonna come in. They're gonna do it at night when the traffic is less to cut down the impact on our residents. And so the cost has dropped dramatically to what I would expect to see for normal asphalt paving.
Thank you.
Anything else? No? Okay. Thank you. I'm looking forward to having this project done. Are we still looking at a March timeframe?
Yes.
Yes. That's a great
Okay.
idea because that road I go down that road a lot, quite often.
Parts of
You
public
and
comment.
you and 10,000 other people.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking for a motion to
Public
move
comments?
this, send this to, recommend this to city council.
Oh, Sue, there's a,
No,
Oh.
ask for public comment.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Public comment, budget committee, we never have public comment seemingly. No, nothing, none online either, because we need to check
No.
online.
No one's
Okay.
online.
Okay, thank you. All right. A motion? Belle, you're the only one that can make a motion.
oh, yes. Motion to move forward, second.
I will second it. You make the
Oh.
motion, I will second it. Because I'm remote, we'll take a roll call vote. So Belle,
Aye.
and I will say aye as
Sue.
well, and so we'll move that on to budget committee. City council. Next item is setting the date for the next budget committee meeting. I believe we already have a date set, do we not?
I think we have a
Wait,
date.
For the
already.
annual,
We do. It's February 13th at 2:30.
February 13th at 2:30. Okay. I will be up and around by then. 2:30. Okay. Yep. February 13th. Thank you all, and thanks for saving us a little time and money on this project. I'm looking forward to, are the light standards in yet?
They're just about there. They still have to finish the ones at Contra Costa Taylor, the big ones there.
Oh,
So yeah, they had to pull their crane, but it will be back in theory
Okay.
by the end of the week to stand up.
Okay. All right.
It's up
Great.
at Allen though.
All right. With that, we're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for all your hard work. Thanks.